Neil Young's headline act on Glastonbury's Pyramid Stage has sparked a strong split in opinion among BBC viewers, with one saying the US rock icon doesn't need to prove anything to the TikTok generation, and he knows it. Initially, Young's performance was not to be broadcast at the artist's request, but this was later overturned. The veteran performer stepped onto the stage and received praise from many enthusiasts for delivering a showcase, befitting both his esteemed reputation and the spirit of the festival. However, others said that at 79 years of age, he might have been better suited to the legend's slot instead of leading the main stage lineup.
Crowd will be at Charlie, but I will say there's definitely more young people at Glastonbury. I think she should replace Neil Young.
An issue repeatedly noted by fans was the challenge in hearing the audio clearly. On Twitter, @MostlyGrumpy remarked, "Neil Young has 60-plus years in show business, but hasn't mastered singing into a microphone." Discussions also stirred about the appropriateness of Neil Young's set for a Saturday night spot. Gary Carter 58 tweeted, "I like Neil Young, but he's not really a Saturday headline vibe." Another more harshly said, "Why is Neil Young even there, let alone headlining, after Ray and Pulp?" Referencing the BBC's decision to air the set, another said, "Not gonna lie, I can totally understand why Neil Young initially requested his set not be broadcast." Someone else added, "The BBC should have done us all a favor and decided not to live broadcast Neil Young after all. Woeful." However, many praised Neil Young's set and hit back at those who have poor taste. Hobson tweeted, "Neil Young isn't about auto-tune perfection, he's about ragged glory. He's the authentic, genuine article. You fucking rock shaky." JXNNR6 said, "Neil Young sounds exactly the same as when he was younger. People who think he sounds shit just have poor taste." Derer and Phillips added, "No fireworks, no pyrotechnics, no choirs, no dancers, no running about like a 5-year-old, no cheesy special guests, no shite banter, just a brilliant headline set by Neil Young and a fantastic band. Loving it." Cricket Badger echoed praise. "Neil Young on BBC 2 for me over Charlie XCX on BBC 1. I'm sure she's great, but Neil Young is a bona fide legend." Another added, "Watching Neil Young, seeing lots on here saying he's rubbish, he just reminds me that most of the music I grew up with was actually written and performed by real people with talent and who had an angle on life. Neil Young rocks." J.H. Barlow said, "Whoever booked Neil Young to headline the Pyramid Stage on the Saturday night?" Jojo added, "Neil Young doesn't need to prove anything to the TikTok generation, and he knows it." Neil Young and his band, the Chrome Hearts, kicked off their set with the tune Sugar Mountain, with Young expressing gratitude to the audience, saying, "Thank you, folks," as the song concluded. Favoring tracks from their live album, Live Rust, the band delighted fans with hits like Be the Rain, When You Dance I Can Really Love, Cinnamon Girl, and Hey Hey, My, Into the Black. Earlier, Young had voiced hesitations about playing at the festival due to it being under corporate control of the BBC, according to a post on his website. However, he had a change of heart and accepted the invitation to headline, later sharing that he always loved the Glastonbury Festival and was eager to take part in it.